You know how life sometimes twists in ways no one expects? How the heart can carry a silent weight for years, even decades? This is the story of Evelyn and David, two souls who drifted apart in their 30s but found their way back to something deeper in their 50s, a journey of misunderstandings, regret, and rediscovery. This is for anyone who's ever wondered what could have been, or if second chances are still possible after 50. Scene 1. The Unexpected Encounter. Evelyn had just turned 53. She was at her best friend Marcy's retirement party, sipping a modest glass of wine and laughing at a joke she barely heard. The music, the chatter, it all blurred into background noise until she saw him. David, the man she hadn't spoken to in over 20 years. Tall, composed, and still with that quiet intensity she remembered. He stood near the buffet table, smiling politely at someone, but his eyes were scanning the room like he was looking for something or someone. Her stomach flipped. Was it butterflies or anxiety? Maybe both. David hadn't seen her yet. Evelyn debated walking out right then and there. Their last conversation all those years ago hadn't ended well. Flashback, Scene 2, the goodbye that never felt final. They'd been in love once, the kind of love that burns too hot too fast. Evelyn was ambitious, moving to a different state for a new job. David, more rooted, wanted to stay and take care of his aging parents. Neither of them compromised. Their last argument wasn't dramatic, just final. A soft, maybe one day, that faded into silence and distance. Evelyn always wondered if he hated her for leaving, if she should have fought harder, or if he simply moved on without ever looking back. Scene 3. Present day, that first conversation. Evelyn, she turned. His voice hadn't changed, calm, low, steady. David, she smiled cautiously, heart pounding like she was 25 again. They spoke like old friends at first, safe topics, careers, mutual acquaintances, the weather. But beneath it all, the air buzzed with everything left unsaid. "Do you ever regret it?" he asked suddenly. She blinked. "Regret what?" "Not us, just how it ended." Her silence was answer enough. Scene 4. A walk down memory lane. Later that week, he invited her for coffee. Just coffee, nothing more, nothing less. But 1 hour turned into 3. They laughed about old memories, argued lightly over music they once loved, and shared stories of their grown children. Both had married others, both had divorced. Life had moved forward, but something had stayed lodged between them. "I always thought you hated me," she confessed. "I never hated you. I just thought you didn't love me enough to stay." That hurt, because it had always been more complicated than that. Scene 5. The healing begins. Over the following months, they saw each other more, always platonically. Walks in the park, long phone calls, dinners with too much wine. They became each other's comfort again, cautiously stepping over the cracks time had created. One evening, during a quiet dinner at her place, he asked something that startled her. "Do you think we get only one great love in life?" She looked at him, truly looked, and answered, "I think sometimes we get 2. If we're lucky, the second comes after we've learned how to appreciate it." He didn't reply, just reached across the table and held her hand. It wasn't a beginning, not yet, but it was a moment of truth. Scene 6. The conflict returns. Just as they were getting close again, Evelyn received a job offer, a consulting position abroad, 6 months in Italy. Her dream, once again, dangling in front of her. David didn't say much when she told him, just nodded. "So you're leaving again?" he said, not unkindly. "It's temporary." "But still, it's leaving." Old wounds reopened. "I thought we were past this," she said. "Maybe we're not," he admitted. They didn't speak for weeks after that. Scene 7. The letter that changed everything. A week before her flight, a letter arrived in her mailbox, handwritten, from David. It read, "Evelyn, maybe I was wrong." maybe love isn't about staying or going. Maybe it's about showing up over and over, even when it hurts. I don't know if this time is different, but I know I don't want to go through another 20 years wondering. So go or stay. Just know I'm here, waiting this time, not because I'm stuck, but because I finally understand what we could be. D. She cried reading it, not because it was romantic, but because it was real. Scene 8. The airport decision. The day of her flight, Evelyn stood at the gate, ticket in hand, staring out at the runway. Italy called, but so did something else, someone else. She took out her phone, dialed his number. "I'm not going," she said, without saying hello. Silence. "Are you sure?" he asked. "I was sure once, and I lost you. I'm not making that mistake again." Scene 9. A love rekindled. After 50, they didn't rush into things. At their age, love wasn't about urgency. It was about intention. Quiet mornings, long conversations, holding hands in public like teenagers who didn't care who was watching. They had arguments, insecurities, and fears. Of course they did. But this time, they stayed. Not because it was easy, but because they knew the cost of walking away. Closing scene, narration. Sometimes love doesn't come wrapped in youth and perfection. Sometimes it arrives with wrinkles, baggage, and a second chance. Evelyn thought David had moved on, and for a long time, so did he. But life, messy, unpredictable life, gave them both a redo. And they chose each other, not despite their past, but because of it. Closing CTA, voiceover narration. If this story touched your heart, you're not alone. So many of us carry what-ifs, maybes, and quiet regrets. But maybe, just maybe, it's not too late. If you've ever wondered whether love after 50 can be as deep, meaningful, and real as ever, Evelyn and David's story says, yes, it absolutely can. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with someone who believes in second chances. And subscribe to Love and Life After 50 for more stories that reflect the beauty, complexity, and hope of mature love. Until next time, keep loving bravely.